Wow, living with passion 10 simple secrets that guarantee your success. This is 9 goals, helpful hints. Along with writing down your goals and doing the reverse goal setting exercise, here are some other valuable elements to identify in writing. What obstacles will you need to overcome to complete your goals? What skills will you need to develop to complete your goal? Who are the people you'll need to speak with and the resources you'll need? What are the knowledge will you need to catch your goals? Once your goals are written down, make sure to carry them with you at all times and read them to yourself or out loud at least twice a day when you wake up and before you go to sleep. This procedure is crucial. It will If you need help identifying your goals, think about the following two questions. What things do I value most in my life? Think about the question for as long as you and as hard as you need to feel clear and secure with an answers. They should determine where you want to go, what you want to be, what you want to do, who you want to be, and what you want to have. What have I always wanted to do but was afraid to try? This one provides the valuable clues to part of you that you may be but hurried away or filed away and in no possibility. It puts you in touch with the essentials, your values, and your life purpose. Children have a wonderful, simple question that gets to the heart of this. What do you want to do when you grow up? Sometimes there's a question to ask ourselves. Another great way to success these dreams and goals is to start the sentence, someday when I have the time, I'm going to. And then fairly quickly, without giving a lot of thought, complete that sentence in as many ways as you can. Then take a free sheet of paper and do the same exercise, only starting out someday when I have the money I'm going to. You might be surprised and pleased at what comes out of that page. When you have answered these questions, write all your goals down, carry them with you, and recite your goals as positive affirmations twice a day. Again, the best time, first thing in the morning and just before you go to bed. Again, and this is really important, so I'll repeat it. These goals and positive affirmations must be in the present tense, that must be positive. They cannot be negative. For instance, at the present time, you're uncomfortable with yourself and you do not like yourself, some people say that you even hate themselves, then change this with positive affirmations. I don't hate myself anymore. It's not a positive affirmation. What you must say to yourself is, I like myself, I'm likable, and I am liked, and it feels fantastic. I like myself. Repeat this 5 times, 10 times in the morning, upon waking, and 5 times at night, and 10 before going to bed. Soon it will be impossible for your mind not to accept that you truly like yourself. When you're doing here is balancing those subconscious skills I described before, the ones with positive input on one side and negative on the other. Please remember the mind perceives all that happens, events or self-talk, the comments of others as the truth, as your firm thoughts, such as the ones about liking yourself, you add up more and more weight on the positive side. Soon, far sooner than you probably imagine possible, you will shift the balance of those skills from negative to positive. Even when you first begin, even after a lifetime of self-limiting inputs, doubts, and negativity, the positive affirmations added to the skill begin to change in your favor, and that momentum will continue to grow and empower you. Remember, people don't plan to fail, people fail to plan. Goals and affirmations are planned actions. You can take that in a very short time, can change your life for the better forever. Your goals are the product or offspring of from the marriage of your life purpose and your values. Their creation itself expressed on a more local, individual, and human scale in short goals, making them up, pursuing them, learning from the process, and finally bringing them into existence, give meaning to life. As to the meaning in life, here's a favorite passage from the work of Edgar Lee Masters called Spoon River Anthology. In the book of Masters, has the entire town speaking to the reader from their graves. Hear what one of the cross-town people, Graces, had to say. I've studied many times. The marvel which was chiseled for me, the boat with a full sail at rest in a harbor in truth is pictured not my destination but my life. For love was offered me, and I shrank from its disillusion. Sorrow knocked at my door, but I was afraid. Ambition called to me, but dreaded the chances. Yet all the while I hungered for meaning in my life, and now I know that we must lift the sail and catch the winds of destiny wherever they drive the boat, to put Meaning in one's life may end in madness, but life without meaning is a torture of restlessness and vague desires, a boat longing for the sea and yet afraid. You must not be afraid to unfurl yourselves. Set down your goals on paper. Read them every evening and morning. Take consistent, focused action on accomplishing them. When you do, you will catch the winds of destiny and live the rewards of joy and adventures that come to everyone sailing to the stunning seas of life. People don't plan to fail. People fail to plan. Choice. Secret number 10. The greatest power a person possesses is the power to choose. The 10 secrets is the simplest of all, yet it's the most powerful. For this one, you must exercise to gain access to all the other 9. It is simple, the knowledge, simply the knowledge, not only in theory and in periods of reflection from moment to moment and throughout your day, that it is up to you. It's your choice. It is through choice, not chance, that we forge our futures. We are all in possession of the power to shape our destinies moment by choice. I want to share a story with you that I first heard from a young man named Henry Peterson. Henry had a dream of being a very first person in his family ever to graduate from college. He applied and was accepted in Georgetown University. Henry had another dream. He wanted to play college football. He never considered going pro. He just wanted to play for his college team. He tried out the team and made it. For 4 years, Henry sat on the bench. 1 week before the final game of the season in his senior year, tragedy struck Henry's family. His father died. He was torn. If he went home, he let the team down. If he stayed and played, he failed his family. He asked his coach for advice. The coach told him, "Go home, Henry. Your family needs you more than the team does." So Henry went home. About an hour before the game, who should show up in the locker room but Henry suited up and ready to play. The coach, seeing him there, blew his top. "Henry, I thought I told you to go home." "Coach, I need a favor." "What?" replied the upset coach. For after a moment, he cooled off and told Henry, "Anything, Henry. What do you want?" "Coach, I need to start again today." "What?" Henry said with anger returning. "Well, not anything, Henry. Look, you have sat on the bench for 4 years. I can't start you." "Coach, just this once, please." "All right, but the first time you compromise the team effort, I will take you out." "Henry, it's nothing personal. The game is just bigger than you or me." So Henry started and it was awesome. He blocked, he faked, he carried the ball play after play after play, gained over 100 yards rushing and scored 2 touchdowns on the way to helping his team win a resounding victory. At the end of the game, the coach ran up and gave Henry a hug and screamed, "Henry, Henry, why did you tell me you could play like that?" "Did you ever meet my dad?" Henry asked in return. "No, son. I never had the pleasure." "Did you ever see my dad and me walking around the field for hours and hours, talking arm in arm?" "No, son." "What's your point, Henry?" Coach, looking at the older man with tears in his eyes, "My dad was blind. Today was the first game he ever be able to see me playing." Henry fulfilled his dream of being the first in his family to graduate from college and went on to build a very successful business career as well. Henry points to that day and that football game as his shining moment, as the day of his life changed for the better forever. When asked why, Henry says, "Because that was the day I realized it was my choice to be a bench warmer or a player." Choice, not chance. That's the key to living with passion. And please understand, it's not the choice you make once after which you are done with it. The choice to live with passion is a moment by moment opportunity. You will be presented by the choice again and again and again, thousands and even millions of times throughout your life. Each time it will be new and fresh. Each time you make a choice in favor of living with passion, you will be energized, uplifted, electrified. Choice is our greatest power. No one can ever take it from you. It is the ultimate creativity and the ultimate freedom. You need only choose, then keep choosing as many times as necessary. That is all you need do. And it is certainly something you can do. Then as you continue to choose, everything is yours. Given the choice, I know you will choose to live with passion. The choice to live with passion is a moment by moment opportunity. You will be presented with the choice again and again and again, and thousands and even millions of times throughout your life. The problem Success doesn't come to you, you go to it. Epilogue. Now, after completing this book, you know about the skills you need to master living with passion and how you can be successful in all your endeavors. Practice may not make perfect, but it does make competent, and from there comes the confidence to act powerfully. For many of you, there will still be one fundamental and perhaps seemingly insurmountable problem yet to solve. Let's take a look at it. Let's face it, you still live, work, and exist in a culture and society that may offer little opportunity or encouragement for you to put into practice a new you. In the personal growth and leadership development field, as well as the number of spiritual disciplines, many teachers and trainers speak about non attachment, a free and non involved state in relation to the results of our actions, such as being non attached to money, to outcomes, to people. Well, I have a confession, I am attached big time to the results of my work. Of course, I understand that not everyone who attends my seminars or reads my books will change his or her life for the better forever, but my commitment and my intention and expectation is not only that you get your time and money's worth from your efforts and mind, but also that I make a positive difference in your life, ability, and activity of living with passion. I will not rest until that is accomplished. Now, I have already done more than enough seminars and trainings in my life to have seen that there is an inherent flaw in even the most powerful and life-changing workshop, book, and tip experience. The next morning, every day goes back to work, back into the same lives they had before they got all that great new information and had those life-changing experiences and insights. Did you know that over half of all first-time heart attacks occur between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. on Monday mornings? What does that tell you? It tells you that in the work-a-day, work and life paradigms most of us are trapped in today, there is no room, no creative space for people to grow and approach their life fresh and anew. Whether you spend a weekend relaxing or recreating with your family, or attended a powerful, life-changing seminar, or had some other experience that created a dramatic shift in your awareness, attitudes, and beliefs, let's face it, you still work, live, and exist in the culture and society that may offer little opportunity or encouragement for you to put it into practice and you may have gotten a host of new capabilities and possibilities from reading Living with Passion, yet find yourself still in the context where circumstances seem to fight you at every turn, as if your mission were to prevent you from being the very best you can be in your life and work. Has this ever happened to you? Is it happening to you right now? I have a solution to the problem that may fit you perfectly, but first a story. On a dark and stormy night, a battlefield is running home to Port all maneuvers in the North Atlantic. The seas are stormy and the gale force wind are blowing, so the captain of the ship remained on deck to see the vessel safely to its dock. Now a battleship is a massive assemblance of hundreds of tons of metal and engines and guns and computers and technology and people, over 1,000 men and women. It's like a skyscraper on. There's a lighthouse of opportunity for you to live and work in a way that is congruent with the new beliefs, attitudes, desires, commitments, goals, choices you have gotten from living with passion. It's called network marketing sales, and I'm going to give you sales pitch about it right now. But before I do, I want you to understand why I'm doing this. A successful networker named Mark Seeger says, the only people who aren't involved in network marketing are people who don't understand it. I agree absolutely. I have found any system or structure in the entire realm of free enterprise that by its very nature empowers and rewards precisely what you and I have been studying together in the book, with the proven, powerful, profound exception of network marketing cells. In network marketing cells, you're free to pursue your desires and goals without the constraints of good old boys networks, glass ceiling, bosses telling you what to do, unequal pay or for equal effort, and all the other outmoded paradigms of business as usual. Network marketing sells is a lighthouse to the battleship of employment, especially in the context of today's embattled employment picture. Network marketing sales gives average men and women a chance of a lifetime to accomplish above average incomes and achieve a lifestyle of time freedom once reserved only for millionaires. In this business, we do not care how old you are, what sex, religion, race, creed, educational, or family background. Network marketing sales is open to everyone. It is a wide open possibility for ordinary people to live extraordinary lives. And it does this by giving you the opportunity to own and operate your own home-based business, a sector of free enterprise that will involve 44% of all households in the US in 1995 and 93 alone generated 384 billion in revenues. You are the boss of network marketing sales. You make your own hours and you work when you want and where you want, and perhaps most valuable of all, with whom you want. In network marketing sales, you're not forced to sit in the office with people who do not share your values or life purpose. You are truly free to choose. In network marketing sales, you are honestly rewarded for your efforts. Everyone in your business is paid according to the results of he or she accomplishes. There is no favoritism, no politics, no advancement based on anything other than the personal performance. No check that you see in network marketing sales. You are not paid only for your own productivity, so are also paid for the products efforts generated by all the men and the women you bring into your own network of associates, and product efforts of all home-based entrepreneurs you manage and train. Recall Andrew Carnegie's famous assertion, I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. In network marketing sales, you are empowered to leverage your own time, talent, and efforts with those of hundreds and even thousands of other people. Network marketing sales is a lot of people doing a little bit each, and in the process, those men and women who become leaders become rich in many, many ways. Network marketing sales is a new technology of distribution and sales. It is based on a number of proven principles people have known and used for generations, such as the word of mouth advertising, networking, teaching, sharing, and caring for each other, duplication, leverage, and more and more. Major companies are turning to it every day. For corporation, network marketing sales offers the fastest system of business expansion ever developed. Network companies can experience growth rates of 30, 40, 50% and higher, and which is more important, sustain such growth rates year after year. Annual growth, the success of 1500% is not uncommon for network marketing corporations. For independent entrepreneurs, network marketing sales offers a creative freedom to make your own decisions, to choose how you will build this business and accept the work challenges of your own choosing rather than those opposed by so-called higher-ups. As a network marketer, you are a CEO of your own independent business, and your financial success is directly related to how smart and hard you do work. In network marketing sales, you are in business for yourself but not by yourself. You are in a partnership with your chosen company, much the way a franchisee is in business supported by his or her parent company. You are in partnership with the men and the women who brought you into their network organizations, as well as with the people you bring into yours. Although the social dimension of your business is a benefit we often forget to tell people about. It is, in my view, one of the richest rewards of all. I have met more special people through network marketing sales than through any other contacts I have ever seen associated with. For consumers, network marketing sales offers a way to be educated about new and better products services they otherwise would never know existed. Network marketing provides an exceptional level of customer service and personal attention, and they support it with ironclad money-back guarantees of satisfaction. Network marketing products are predominantly superior quality goods and services that represent unparalleled value with real, tangible, and even life-changing benefits. People just like you are achieving 500,000, 3,000 and more per month, consistently working their network market sales businesses part-time. Full-time income range from 4 to 5,000 a month into higher six figures. Of course, not everybody earns such substantial incomes, but I personally know dozens of men and women whose monthly earning is 25,000. 50, 100, 250, even more. As I mentioned, my own network marketing sales income has topped 30,000. The money to be made in network marketing sales is extraordinary. But what is more exceptional to me is that finally we have treated the next step to the evolution of free enterprise, where every man and woman involved can live and work with passion and be richly rewarded for doing so. There is not a single part of this book, not a subject or a story that cannot be fully experienced and expressed through network marketing sales. And I am not aware of another pursuit of any kind where the same is also true. Network marketing sales is a precious gift, and I am on a mission to turn millions and millions of people onto the possibility of becoming involved in network marketing sales. I'm very bright, high guy. Even with this that handicap, I succeeded in network marketing sales, and all you can too. I'm not being fastidious. Network marketing sales isn't about how smart you are, it's about how hard you are willing to work for your dreams. It's about having desires and goals and being committed to them, and committing to having other people achieve their desires and goals and fulfill their commitments. Is why network marketing sales is about expressing your values and life purpose, about conquering your fears, about upping your attitude and believing. It is about focus, and above all about having and making choices which empower yourself and others and those ways. It is not unlike any other endeavor, however, in network marketing sales. Unlike every other job or career or calling I have ever seen or heard about, you are free to do it your way and the best way of it, which is most rewarding way in the world to succeed is by living with passion. Finally, we have created the next step in the evolution of the free enterprise, where every man and woman involved can live and work with passion and be richly, newly for doing, rewarded for doing. In network marketing sense, your honesty rewarded for your efforts. Everyone in your business is paid according to the results he and she accomplishes. Network marketing sells a lot of people and doing a little bit each, and in the process, those men and women who become leaders become rich in so many ways. For all the reason above and many more, network marketing sales is the business of the 90s and beyond. As I said earlier, it is in the wave of the future, as some have called it. It's a surfboard, the perfect raft for riding all those ever-changing waves of the future of your dreams. There is much more to know about network marketing sales in the final pages. I have listed some resources you can use to learn more. Please take a look with an open mind, and no matter what you choose to do, I urge you to and encourage you to choose the path with passion. I know you will. My best to you. Wow. To espouse life principles is one thing, to live them is quite another. Peter Hess truly lives the philosophy contained in this book. For people in America, twice Peter's able to demonstrate the poised serenity and sincere power he lives on a daily basis. This book will quite literally be, for many, a one-way ticket out of mediocrity and into an empowered life. Buy it and read it twice. Living with passion will make you think and show you how to take the actions necessary to achieve the level of success you desire. I recommend it to all who want to gain more satisfaction in their lives. Living with passion is powerful information. That's more it took me from knowing to being it. Will have a profound impact on your home, family, health, and work. Living with passion is an extraordinary blueprint for living a life of purpose, success, and fulfillment. In the tradition of Vincent Peale, Ogmantin, and Stephen Covey, passion is one of those rare books that can legitimately promise you to change your life and fulfill your promise. Wow, beautiful. Very nice. Enjoy. Completed the whole book reading in one stroke. That was wow. Living with passion. 10 simple secrets that guarantee your success. This is 9 goals. Helpful hints. Along with writing down your goals and doing the reverse goal setting exercise, here are some other valuable elements to identify in writing. What obstacles will you need to overcome to complete your goals? What skills will you need to develop to complete your goal? Who are the people you'll need to speak with and the resources you'll need? What are the knowledge will you need to catch your goals? Once your goals are written down, make sure to carry them with you at all times and read them to yourself or out loud at least twice a day when you wake up and before you go to sleep. This procedure is crucial. If you need help identifying your goals, think about the following 2 questions. What things do I value most in my life? Think about the question for as long as you and as hard as you need to feel clear and secure with an answers. They should determine where you want to go, what you want to be, what you want to do, who you want to be, and what you want to have. what have I always wanted to do but was afraid to try. This one provides the valuable clues to part of you that you may be but hurried away or filed away and in no possibility. It puts you in touch with the essentials, your values, and your life purpose. Children have a wonderful, simple question that gets to the heart of this. What do you want to do when you grow up? Sometimes there's a question to ask ourselves. Another great way to success these dreams and goals is to start the sentence, someday when I have the time, I'm going to. And then fairly quickly, without giving a lot of thought, complete that sentence in as many ways as you can. Then take a free sheet of paper and do the same exercise, only starting out someday when I have the money, I'm going to. You might be surprised and pleased at what comes out of that page. When you have answered these questions, write all your goals down, carry them with you, and recite your goals as positive affirmations twice a day. Again, the best time, first thing in the morning and just before you go to bed. Again, and this is really important, so I'll repeat it. These goals and positive affirmations must be in the present tense, that must be positive. They cannot be negative. For instance, at the present time, you're uncomfortable with yourself and you do not like yourself. Some people say that you even hate themselves. Then change this with positive affirmations. I don't hate myself anymore. It's not a positive affirmation. What you must say to yourself is, I like myself, I'm likable, and I am liked, and it feels fantastic. I like myself. Repeat this 5 times, 10 times in the morning, upon waking, and 5 times at night, and 10 before going to bed. Soon it will be impossible for your mind not to accept that you truly like yourself. When you're doing here is balancing those subconscious skills I described before, the ones with positive input on one side and negative on the other. Please remember, the mind perceives all that happens, even self-talk, the comments of others as the truth, as your firm thoughts, such as the ones about liking yourself, you add up more and more weight on the positive side. Soon, far sooner than you probably imagine possible, you will shift the balance of those scales from negative to positive. Even when you first begin, even after a lifetime of self-limiting inputs, doubts, and negativity, the positive affirmations added to the scale begin to change in your favor, and that momentum will continue to grow and empower you. Remember, people don't plan to fail. People fail to plan. Goals and affirmations are planned actions. You can take that in a very short time, can change your life for the better forever. Your goals are the product or offspring of from the marriage of your life purpose and your values. Their creation itself expressed on a more local, individual, and human scale in short goals, making them up, pursuing them, learning from the process, and finally bringing them into existence, give meaning to life. As to the meaning in life, here is a favorite passage from the work of Edward Lee Masters called Spoon River Anthology. In the Book of Masters has the entire town speaking to the reader from their graves. Hear what one of the cross-town people, Graces, had to say. I've studied many times. The marble which was chiseled for me, the boat with a false sail at rest in a harbor, in truth is pictured not my destination but my life. For love was offered me, and I shrank from its disillusion. Sorrow knocked at my door, but I was afraid. Ambition called to me, but dreaded the chances. Yet all the while I hungered for meaning in my life, and now I know that we must lift the sail and catch the winds of destiny wherever they drive the boat. To put meaning in one's life may end in madness, but life without meaning is a torture of restlessness and vague desires, support longing for the sea, and yet fret. You must not be afraid to unfurl yourself.